morning Jeff came in and he's been having some issues with his hips and his upper back. So, you know, it's a common problem with most people in the gym. They've got ailments that they don't know how to fix. So the reason we're going to start these installments is if you got a problem, read to us and we'll try to find the answer for you. One thing Jeff was doing, he would come in and do like just 10 minutes on the elliptical or the treadmill, and then he would go over to his workout and just start doing warm-up sets. Well, you know, that might work when you're in your teens and your 20s, but as you get a little longer in the tooth, like Jeff is and like I am, you've got to be a little smarter about your warm-up. So we start out, we taught him an active dynamic warm-up, which is really just some basic air squats, jumping jacks, seal jumps, flings, stuff like that, just to get your core temperature up. You got to get your core temperature up, that muscle temperature up. That's what's going to start warming your body up. Then we took him through a battery of dynamic stretching and an active dynamic warm-up as far as doing some muscle activation work down the floor. Then we taught him two different movements. One was the dislocation. So we're going to grab a band here, and you can do this with a band or a dowel rod. And the dislocation is really helpful because he's got some really sticky shoulders. So if you look, he's going to hold the band here nice and tight, take it all the way up and around his back and touch him on his butt. Now if you see his arms don't unhinge, they stay nice and tight as he brings it back around. We can do a series of reps with this. Now the reason we use a band is because it's a little bit more giving than a dowel rod. If you're more flexible, you can use a dowel rod. If you're less flexible, it's always best to start with a band, like a light band here or one of the mini bands. You know, that's a great way to start. So we do a couple sets of 10 just to increase the mobility of his shoulder. Well, he's having some upper back issues because it wasn't activated. This is going to help turn those muscles on and get them activated. You know, so that's a way of also stretching out his shoulder girdle. Now, the one thing he was having a problem getting down his squat and getting his hips. So after we've done all the active dynamic warm-up, we did an overhead squat, which is the regression to a snatch balance. So he's going to hold the bar over his head in a snatch position. So the bar itself will be right over the crown of his head. He's going to slightly toe out. He's going to push his butt back, squeezing his shoulder blades and driving his hips deep. He's going to take it nice and deep here. You can see he's getting a little bit more mobility. Now, you can see when he wasn't this morning, he wasn't quite that mobile. Matter of fact, I think they said when he got out of bed this morning, he was moving like a 90-year-old man. So now we've got his mobility going a little bit better. Now, that's the regression, so I'm going to have to do the progression. So he's going to put the bar on his shoulders, feet are together. This is called a snatch balance. So he's going to drive the bar up as he drops his butt into the hole. So it's a little bit more dynamic. Okay. There we go. So basically what we've done is we've gone through a whole active dynamic warm-up where we've done a lot of hip work to get his hips nice and loose. He's loosening his upper back up, and now he's getting his depth with his proper form with the technique using a PVC pipe. Now the nice thing is today, I mean, Jeff, you squatted today. What'd you hit today?
Hit 4 or 5 for 4 sets of 5. That's the most I've done in 10 years.
Most you've done in 10 years, and really what was the only difference that we did? You were a little bit more mobile, right? Correct. You know, the key is there, guys, if you've got an issue, that's what we're here for. And we don't have all these advanced degrees and certifications for nothing, so if you've got questions, please email them in, shoot one on Facebook, or just come in and ask one of us, myself, Andrew, Christy, any of the training staff are glad to help you. And if you need help, that's what we've got training staff for. So if you want personal training, we can do that as well. Today we just did a few things to help Jeff, and 4 PRs, seriously, in one workout. I can't wait till next week. Maybe 425 for 4 sets of 5?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. Till next time, we'll talk to you.
Thanks.